Hey, buddy. My friend. Disrupting his eating. So I got the last load of topsoil put down yesterday. Yeah, it's a little rough still. It's kind of damp. We've had all that rain and the tractor was just sinking in it, so I wanted to just stop and let it dry out some. It was fighting me the whole time. So I'm trying to get rid of the puddles that form. So I was trying to follow the swale from up the hill, brings it down around here and lays it into this area to go down the drainage ditch instead of this being a pond. So I've been filling in this 15 tons put down so far. Coming along. So it's spring, starting to work on the fields. Need to continue seeding it, so we're overseeding it. The overseeder got stuck, got clogged up. Cleaned all that out. I've already done 2/3 or probably half of this field. Can't do all of it. It's too mushy. You can see where the tractor tires just sink in the dirt. You can see where I did this at. I was putting too much down, like I was trying to grow new grass, so I went through a bag pretty quick. Can't quite get into some of this because it's still too wet. But I did along the top of the hills there, up this ravine. And I did, I don't know, probably halfway up to the top of that hill. Still got to do this. I'm not going to do this yet either. It's too soft. I don't want to make tire tracks through it either. Rut it up. And the other field is going to stay the way it is for the time being. Get back to that one later. But there's a lot of hit or miss going on here. Our pH is still wrong, but I'm kind of force feeding it. I'll be putting some of that Solical or Solical or whatever you say it, chemical lime. I'll be picking that up this week and I'll spread it on. That's pretty interesting too. Let's see, we got like hit or miss the way the grass is growing. Last year we rushed trying to just get ground cover on, so I used a broadcast spreader to apply most of this, and then went back over it with the, I didn't have the seeder, so we went back over it with the seeder once I got it, the Slit seeder. Had pretty good results. It's just you can see this is where I went over, and I had it has like a, I don't want to call it a rototiller, but like spinning blades that's supposed to cut through, you know, if you had a lot of vegetation, you know, cut it down in while the discs, you know, roll behind it that the seeds drop into, you know, the slits. I had that running through here, and I think I was doing a little damage, so I stopped using the rotating pieces, the PTO driven parts, and was just running the Slit seeder, you know, just with the discs, so I wasn't chewing things up. So this is about where I started running it with just discs. You know, it still cuts a nice slit where it can, of course, but so yeah, it's about where I've gotten up to is right here, and I did some up on top of the hill. I was starting to draw circles around here, but so yeah, that's what we're working on today. Bought another middle buster plow. I broke the one I had. That was when we were cutting this ditch here. I was busting through roots, and that just messed it up. I ended up breaking the plow blade off of it and ruined it, so I couldn't use it anymore. But I just picked up another one because last rainstorm I noticed the water. We have that drainage ditch that runs along there, and we put a berm along here. It's not very visible anymore, but you can see the gator sitting crooked on it, and it turns the water towards the drainage ditch. But up here, this section here is flowing down and running right through here into this mucky part. That's why it's all tore up right here, and it's pretty hard packed over there. and flowing right into the sand here and washing it out on the other side. We were just getting rivers flowing along in some of these low-lying areas. The water was just kind of rushing right over. So I cut another drainage ditch using the middle buster plow to kind of slow the water flow down and give it some direction. I might have to make it deeper. I didn't want to make it too big and too nasty. And I still got to go back and cut some of these roots out of the way, but not in a big rush. I'll get to them. Some of the area up there was full of roots, couldn't quite get to it, but and then I let it outflow right here, so it should follow the ditch around. I was out here in a big rainstorm the other day, watching all the water flows, and this all was flowing real good down to the drainage ditch, except for some of the ponding that was going on. So hopefully there's some success story to this. Find out next heavy rain. Once this dries out more, I can finish, creating a nice berm. I'm going to grab some of that soil there that's wet when it dries and bring it up, so it's more of a defined curve in it. But that's what keeps happening, is it washes the soil down and ponds it right there. So, work in progress. So the boys finished eating. I gotta let them out now. Let's work through this process. All right, Wichita, come on. Gotta let the boss man out first. Yeah, I guess. Come on. Yep. Watch your feet. Go on. Yeah, you let Archie out. Hi, Archie. Hi, buds. Come on. Go eat. Gave you new hay. You wanna go check it out? Come on. Come on. Go see. You know what's up. Go see. Alright, now we got Alaska. What's up, big fella? Got some shit in your hair, huh? How'd you get hay all over you? You're such a mess. Alright, you ready to go eat? Back your head up. Back your head up. That's it. Alright, come on. Alright, so this is the Slit seeder, a Gandy. It's PTO driven. Run some blades underneath of it. Let's see if we can see them. Let's spin the blades, like I was saying, so you can cut through the vegetation. And back here you have rotating discs that roll, and then it has little seed droppers that drop into the slit, drop seeds into the slit right here. And then the seeds are fed down these tubes onto each of those discs. This big hopper up here. And this is like any other seeder. If you use them, it has a rotating wheel down in there. But it's an accurate way of seeding. Puts it in the proper slice depth and everything. It has an adjustment wheel here. And then while I'm on the tractor driving it, all I have to do is slide this over. And it pushes it over, opens up for the rotating wheel. You have to drop seeds down the holes. It's pretty cool. Had to unclog it. Ran it through some mud. It wasn't good. The mud actually came up and got inside the tubes that feed, and had seed backed up in like 7 of these tubes. That's not good percentages, but we're good now. So all right, well, let's get to work.